Hi, in today's video we're going to put together a little kit build. This kit is a little flashlight. It's £1.43 on Banggood. I've just had to look it up because I did order it from Banggood, but on my order history it doesn't show up there. So just put in a basic flashlight kit and it pops up. So for £1.43, is it worth building your own flashlight? Probably not, but let's put this thing together and see if it's any good. Now, before we get started, do you need some PCBs for your next project? PCBWay's third PCB design contest is now running, offering a top prize of $1,000 plus some extra prizes also included. And PCBWay now offer online ordering in many languages, including Russian, Spanish, French, Japanese, and of course English. Thank you very much to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Links are in the description below. So let's get this out of its little bag and see what we've got. We've got a little plastic case and whoops, some bits and bobs in here. Doesn't come with any instructions. Hopefully we can figure it out. There might be some instructions on the listing actually, I haven't looked. So we got some contacts there for the battery connections. Little LED, this little straw hat LED. I think this is supposed to be a 1 watt LED in it. Got an inductor, switch, tiny little capacitor. We got two resistors, or is that an inductor as well? I'm not sure. Bit of wire there, I think that's for the battery terminals, and a couple little transistors. Let's see what these are. SS8050, I think that one says. I think that one's slightly different, that's SS8550. Not sure, need a magnifying glass to have a look at that. So let's see where these parts belong on the board. Alright, so those are two little transistors. Yeah, there's one that's an 8050 and I've popped that onto the side there. And then this one here is an 8550, so I've labelled that one over there. So we know where those two go. If I keep them to the side, I shouldn't get those muddled up. So we've got our inductor and a couple resistors. So let's pop our resistors in. Now I'm just going to cheat and use the meter to check the resistance. So we've got one that should be a 20k and one that's 510 ohms. So just check this one, and that one is 20k. Sorry, meter is out of shot here, and this one is 0.5k, so 510 ohms, close enough. So let's pop these in. This is a single-sided board, no solder, just the screen printing on this side, and solder mask and traces are on the other side. So that's that one, and then our 20k. So this is an ideal little kit if you want something very basic. If your kids are getting into electronics, could be a good little starter kit for that purpose. Right, those two are in, so we will get those soldered in place. Not going to bother with any flux on this, should be fine to go straight in with the soldering. Could change to a smaller tip, but I think would be okay with this one. I do need to get some decent helping hands. If anyone's got any suggestions, I've got these sort of metal ones here, but I don't find them to be very good at all really. Maybe I should just try and stick this down with a bit of blue tack or something in future. But yeah, I need some something decent for holding sort of PCBs, and I mean these are okay for doing wires if you want to get some wires in it. They're not great for PCBs. Let's crop those leads. Apologies, I'm cropping the camera at the same time. Microphone, should I say. So that's that. We've got a little capacitor, little ceramic capacitor. These are not going to matter which way around they go. So where does that one go? Saw it earlier. 102, so that's going to be probably 102 puff, I expect. So let's get that in there. And I've got another kit supposedly on its way, but it hasn't arrived yet, which is a bit more in theme for next month for Christmas. So that will be coming up in a future video. Okay. Right, that's that. Let's get these transistors in. So we are going to make the assumption, because they haven't labelled sort of base collector emitter, but they've done the little layout which shows you the shape of the transistor. So I'm going to make sure that's going to fit in there. I don't know if we need to fold these over or not. I'll just push it down as far as it will go, and we'll get the other one in as well. So yeah, like I say, they've just marked out on the board the shape of the part, so you can line it up in the same way. Yep, that looks fine. Push that one in. Pop a bit of solder on that. Apologies, I've not done a video in a while. I've had lots of stuff going on in life, so been a bit busy with other things. Right, let's see. Yeah, see what I mean? I definitely need a decent holder doing these sorts of things. You see different ones online, but it's just so difficult to know, you know, which ones are best, really. I don't want something that's going to be super expensive, but something that'll do the job. Now I just need to crop these leads, but also I've got a slight solder bridge between that transistor and the capacitor, so we need to address that. Right, let's have a look. See if we can just wick some of that away. Yep, that should do nicely. Right, what's next? We've got the LED, and we've got to work out how to get this switch on and this inductor. So inductor needs to go over here. So what's that? 330 microhenries. So this one we will bend over, because I don't think that's going to fit in the case if I don't bend it down. So we bend it over like that. That should give us enough room. Now switch an LED, and got to figure out the contacts as well. So LED marks pos and neg there, so this has got to fit through the hole in here, and it's got to be the right position as well. So we're going to have to bend that. We might have to fiddle around with it until we can find. That looks probably quite good. Make sure it's going to poke through the hole, otherwise that won't be of much use. So I'm guessing the board goes in like that, and then presumably what we're looking at, AAA cell. And yeah, that's pretty good actually, so we'll go with that that position. And get that popped in. Yeah, I mean, if this is a 1 watt LED, it's not going to be it's not going to last very long on just one little AAA battery. Okay, slight bridge on that one. Okay, right. That one's flung off. So how do we do the switch and the connections? So we've got I think the switch is going to have to go in. See, it shows the switch here, and you've got the three points there. It's only those two that are making contact, but you can't put the switch in like that because that won't go in the case. So it has to go like that, but it doesn't give you anywhere to any way to solder across. So we need some wires on that. Now can we, gonna have to check this switch and see which connection, because I don't know if we can use this pad to sort of hold it. No, it's not going to work, is it? Because that's short that out. Yes, so let's have a look. It's going to be presumably these N2, so nothing on there. Switch on. Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be the same. Yeah. Right, so we know they need to go across there, but we can't put the we're just going to have to make some little wires to go across. I can probably use some of these clippings, just 2. How's it going to line up with this? That's in there. So you want the switch to be... I have an idea. I think the idea is that this will sit on there like that, and then we just want to get these pins through. So if we bend these pins down and then push them through the board if they don't snap off. I think that's the idea. So if we bend them like so, and hopefully they will push in there. Yeah, I think that's the way we're supposed to do it, and pop that down there. Right, get a bit of solder on that one. Oops. Yeah, that's quite a neat solution there. They've obviously thought ahead. Okay, so that's our switch on. Could crop those leads off if we want to, because they're not doing anything. Now we've just got to sort these battery terminals out. So how are we going to do this? And also, what's that bit of wire for? Okay, so positive is on this side and negatives on that side. How are we going to do? Let's have a look. Let's try and work out how this is going to fit together. So we need to get one of these in. That would be the negative, so that needs to go in down there. And then the positive needs to go over here. So does that correlate with that pad? Yes, it does. So we want this on here. I think we're just going to have to pretty much guess its position, and if it doesn't quite fit in the case, we just have to relocate it. So it's going to be fiddly. So we want to get that on here. Oh, am I in shot? Yes. And yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. Right, I think I'm going to use the helping hands for this. So I want a way of holding this on. Right. We do that. Hopefully I can hold the board still enough to okay, that's on. Just. Now let's just double check if that will fit in our case now. It does. Could do with being slightly further out. I want to bring it across this way slightly. So we're just reflow that. Now we're probably flying too far out now. Oh no, that's pretty bang on. That looks pretty centered there. And so what we've got to do now is do the same with this one. So we're going to want basically like that. And this one is slightly springy. No, that won't work, will it? No, it's got to go that way. Okay, so let's flow some solder on here. And let's try and get this one lined up. It's not sticking, it's trying to tin this. If in doubt, add way more solder. That is good. So this piece of mystery wire, we don't quite know what we're doing with that yet, but that fits in there. So let's get a battery and see what happens. Right, one battery later. Let's pop this in. Oh, the light's on and it's off. Well, that's a good sign. Something actually works first time. Now this little red cap, I believe, goes on the end of this switch, but it's not. It's a bit tight. I think that's on. Yeah, so it does want to spring apart. So let's pop the top on. Oh, that seems to work. Let's turn the main lights off, and you can see there. That's reasonably bright. I mean, nothing spectacular. Is it 1 watt? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, that works quite well. I mean, what use it has, I don't really know, particularly, but you do get some of these really cheap torches that have these buttons that are all built in and rubberized, and they don't last 5 minutes. The buttons die on them, they're very difficult to get out and fix. So I suppose with something like this, you have got a little torch that's easy to pull apart and repair if you want to, but is not going to be waterproof, and yeah, it probably needs like maybe a bit of tape to hold the case together or something. You don't want to glue it, you've got to change the battery, but yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that. So we don't know what this bit of wire was for. Doesn't seem to be any anything on here, and my negative connection has just flown off. Well, yes, I think we learnt a lesson there. Add more solder, so we will just repair that. But yeah, I'm saying I don't quite know what the purpose is of that little bit of wire. Maybe it's just accidentally put in the kit. Still not sure that's quite enough, but yeah, I think that'd be alright. Yeah, so there we are. One piece of spare wire and one working torch. Only had to be repaired once. Well, if you like this sort of video, guys, please do give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you'd like to help support me in being able to purchase these sort of items, I do have a Patreon account. Links are in the description as always. Do consider popping over there and signing up, I think for as little as $1 per month. So thank you very much, and I will see you soon in the next one. Cheers.